loyalty.
Unify leadership. Let's move. Let's lead. Let's ride. Unify leadership. Light the flame, turn it up loud. Remember the name. Unify leadership. Power and pride. We don't just talk, we testify. Unify leadership. Heart and grind, purpose and rhythm, perfectly timed. Bass hit heavy, purpose and rhythm, perfectly timed. Bass hit heavy, crowd on sway. Culture clay, truth and play. Sifu Rafael, calm control, leaders in sync. Hearts of gold, focus sharp, the mission clear. Every step forward, silence the fear. Discipline dripping, confidence, how we move together, we amplify. Who we are, unified. What we lead, unified. Stand tall, unified. Every time, unify leadership. Raise that bar, leaders in rhythm, born to spar. Raise that bar, leaders in rhythm, born to spar. Steady and true, the sound of the few that follow new. Strong alive, this is the beat where leaders thrive. Unified leadership.
Good morning, brother. Good morning.
Good morning, man. Good morning. I get hyped every time, though. I can't help. I love when he says, bass hit heavy, crowd on sway. Sifu Rafael, Coach Clay. Like, yeah, dog. Hey, man, that right there. I thank you again on this illustrious Friday morning.
Yes, sir.
Year of 2026, Leo season. For all the Leos out there, shout out to all the Leos. It's so many. I say it again. I thank you, my good brother, for your vision, man. I was watching last night, Sifu. I was watching last night these old clips of Magic Johnson,
Mm.
and man, whoever coined him Magic, we all know why. Because man, that man was magic on the court, bro. I mean, some of those
True.
passes that he was making, Sifu, I was like, man, only Magic. Still, all these years later, 2026, I've never seen someone, especially at 6'9", he's 6'9", handle the ball the way he handles it, dish it the way he dishes it, his vision, eyes in back of his head. And that's what I think about, man, with you, man, with putting these things together, man. I love that part where you see the gentleman moving the things around in the videos. Man, great. But hey, heavy topic today, bro. Heavy
I
topic,
love this
man.
topic.
Yes.
I gotta say, we all value loyalty, right?
Yes.
But what happens when loyalty to a person conflicts with the loyalty to your principles?
Yeah.
Because we may be loyal because maybe it's a family member, it's somebody we've known for a long time, and
Right.
they conflict with our own principles, what we stand for. And maybe they ask us to conflict, to go against the grain of our beliefs, of what we stand for. So,
Yeah.
and even what happens to loyalty to an employee who hurts the rest of the team. It's not just about family. Sometimes it's about being part of something, being part of a team. So, and think about this one. This one really, when I'm thinking about it, it makes me ponder, right? What happens when loyalty becomes silent?
Go
When we
deeper.
don't
What do
act,
you mean? What do you mean by that? Loyalty becomes silent.
when
What
we
do you mean?
don't when we don't stand up to the loyalty that we believe we have. If somebody needs us and we say, yeah, I got you, I'm with you, I'll always be loyal to you, and it becomes silent because it's gonna conflict with what we're doing. So for example, how can you be loyal to your wife, your husband, your partner, if you are going to cheat on them? So
Right.
all of a sudden, you're going to be silent because your loyalty is false or it went away.
Right. I see what you're saying now. I see that also, Sifu, is is it what comes to my spirit is guilt. You
Mm,
know, guilt, deflection,
that's good.
internal embarrassment. Uh,
Hmm.
you know, because the loyalty, you know where this is going to go, Sifu, because I know, you know where it's going to go, and you know,
Yeah.
I know that you know where I think it's going to go, and it's simple. And we say it all the time, my good brother, is the Lord loyal to us?
Mm,
I heard a man say last night, a man that was once upon a time in his life facing life in prison. And he said it last night. He said, God's grace. He was like, I don't know about you fellas, but God's grace. And that's what I think about in terms of something that has helped me internally, Seafood. And I
mm,
can only speak for Timothy O'Neill Clay, T.O. Timothy O'Neill, T.O. Clay, man. I could only say the Lord has been loyal to me, even when I wasn't loyal to him, man.
hmm.
So when I think of the relationships at work, I think of the relationship with my spouse, my children, my siblings, friends, you, Seafood, so many others. That's a centering that I always find myself in and up at. That centering. If I'm riding in the car by
Mm,
myself, Seafood, if I'm taking a walk in the neighborhood, I come back to that centering of that simple wristband that we used to see all the time, man. What would Jesus do? And if you really ask yourself that, man,
mm,
like come on, Sifu, if you really, man, what would Jesus do and what did he do in all the situations that I've screwed up or I've not been loyal to? He still showed me grace. So I can't help it. If I was sitting at Fortune 500 right now, and hey, you can't talk about God in here. You can't, religion versus state or whatever. I understand all of that. We know how to operate in
hmm.
professional settings. However, pause, comma, for effect, or comma, pause for effect. I know what's in here for me, man. And I know I got to stand 10 toes in what has helped me to be loyal to you, Seafood. Help me to be loyal to Renee. Help me to be
Hmm.
loyal to Brother Mike out there. I see you, Mike. Sister Karen. I just spoke to Sister Karen yesterday. Um, so eh, the pros and cons aspect, Seafood. And man, I love these conversations because it's real therapy. It's truly therapeutic. From the leadership lens, uh, I could honestly say, man, the cons of being misloyal, oh man, they outweigh being loyal.
Mm,
To me, sometimes you could be so loyal to someone and they could keep hurting you. They could keep hurting you because you're loyal, and they take advantage of that. They know, if I know, man, Renee Jackson Smith, man, she's loyal, great co-worker. She's going to be on time. She's going to be there. She's going to put in the extra effort. She's going to do all these
mm,
things. Um, I truly know, man. If my heart's not right, and I know she's going to bring that to the table every single day, it's easy for people to try to manipulate. It's easy for people to try to take advantage of. So, what's your thoughts, Sifu? Pros and cons.
well, yeah, that's the beauty of what we're doing today, right? Today we're talking about both sides of loyalty, the pros and the cons, because the same quality that builds great teams, great
Mhm.
leaders, great families can also destroy them.
Yeah, bro. Uh,
So I want everybody who's watching us now, right? Or maybe on the replay later on.
mhm.
Coach Tio, I want you to think about it as well. And you
Okay.
mentioned some great people who are either on or were on or will be on. But I want you to think about these for a minute. I have three things I want to share. Three statements, if you will. Loyalty without integrity is dangerous. That's my first one I want you to think about.
Okay.
Loyalty without integrity is dangerous. Integrity without loyalty is lonely. And the next one, great leaders require both. So if I'll read them, I wrote them out over here, right?
Yeah.
And listen, for me, it's chicken scratch, but but for me, it's the fact that they make a difference, right? So I'll read them again so that you guys can get the gist of what I'm trying to get at, right? Loyalty without integrity is dangerous.
Yeah.
Integrity without loyalty is lonely. Great leaders require both. So when we think about loyalty, one of the things that are we doing the Pledge of Allegiance in schools anymore?
No.
It's a shame. And that's something that we need to get back to. Whether you agree with me or not, the fact that young men and women or young children will become young men and women if they speak the words, they will start to embed them into who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Because we pledge an allegiance to this flag of the United States of America. We're not in France. We're not in Germany. We're not in Spain. We're in America. So if you're in this country and you're taking the schooling, especially if you're going to school for free, you should dedicate a minute to be unified
Yeah.
as a country. And when we took that out, what did we give away? This is why we have so much rampant nonsense going on in the world, especially in the US, why people are not behaving right. So, loyalty. Are we loyal to our own country, to the same neighborhood that we live in? An animal usually doesn't defecate where it sleeps,
Right. 100%.
but so many people do.
Yeah. I see Rob Lytle's in the chat. Shout out to
Hey,
Robbie
Rob.
Lytle. He
Hey,
said
buddy.
Texas is still saying the pledge. And I could see that.
That's
You
awesome.
know, I
Yeah.
I could see it. I could see Texas because Texas
It
is
should
like
be everywhere.
it's like
should
a
be
country
everywhere.
of its own down in Texas. I know Renee's
That's it.
down there. Robbie's in Frisco. I know Renee's in the same area, Greater Dallas. I love Dallas, man. Like it.
Yeah.
I was down there a couple years ago, and man, I submerged myself in the few days that I was there, just getting out and about, and really feeling that vibe of Dallas. And
Mm.
you could see the Texas pride, bro. Man, there's Texas
Yeah.
flags everywhere, like everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't see American flag, for that, much of anything without seeing that Texas flag lined up with it. But I'm with you, Seafood, and that's coming from that place, man, of getting up every morning, putting that uniform on, strapping those boots up, man, and any service member will tell you that sometime along that journey, they questioned it, like why, man, why? Because all the other things that's happening around the normalcy of your day to day, you can still go to school.
Yeah.
Military members take college. That's why some join in the first place. Oh, school's free, so this is the offset to me being able to go to school for free. So You got bowling alleys on base. You got the movie theater on base.
Mm,
You got,
mm,
they bring everything to the base to keep, the military members feeling like there's a good quality of life, and it really is, man. Golf courses on base, some of the most amazing golf courses I've ever been on was obviously out in Okinawa, Japan. Beautiful, man. The landscape overlooking the ocean, and it's crazy. But what am I saying here, Sifu? Basically, uh, questioning, that oath, you know, uh, it really, really standing firm because you can't enlist without saying, you know, uh, the pledge of allegiance to the nation, obviously, and taking that oath of enlistment or oath of office for commissioned officers. And if you re-enlist every 4 years, you find yourself, at least I can speak for self,
mm,
every 4 years over 2 decades, excuse me, I found myself understanding the deeper meaning of what I was actually standing there saying the oath to, you
yeah.
know, support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, bearing truth
Mm,
in the same. So it's the truth, man. To where like you said, man, I remember as a kid saying it. Yeah, I felt good saying it.
mm,
I still had scales on my eyes with certain things. All my teachers were Caucasian. I never saw an African American teacher until Sifu. I
mm,
was I was a freshman in high school. And like I told you, I'm
wow,
I'm, I'm from Kentucky, man. So, it's
mm,
Kentucky's Kentucky. But the first time I saw an African American teacher, his name was Mr. White. He had a big afro, glasses. He looked sort of like Herbie Hancock back in the days. And he
mm,
had a wooden leg. He was the industrial arts teacher. He had a wooden leg, big old thick mustache, Burt
yeah.
Reynolds style, and
Mm,
he
Burt
was in the
Reynolds.
yeah, he was in the
I hear you.
military, and he had stepped on a mine or something, serving in the
Yeah.
military. And I haven't seen him since. Obviously, I had him, that freshman year, but when I think back now, man, like I just took my son to his new student orientation a couple of days ago. Every one of his teachers is African American except for one.
Huh.
And some may say, well, T.O., what are you saying here, bro? Like, what's the significance of that? It's equality, man. You know what I'm saying? It's that no matter what color you are, no matter the background that you come from, no matter what, if you are qualified, as in the word I just said, equality. You can't say
Mm,
qualified without quality. So if
yeah.
his principal is African American. Now, I get it. This is Atlanta, Georgia area, greater area of Atlanta. Heavy population of African Americans, Hispanics. Um, this is the only place that I've ever lived in 49 years
Mm,
that I could honestly say, man, um, I could leave right now and go to Lowe's and I don't feel racial tension. So again,
right.
we're talking about loyalty. We're talking about loyalty. There's
That's right.
service members that understand a deeper layer of loyalty to this nation when they stand in a foreign country and understand in that moment, like, wow, I live in the greatest place in the world. I've been in a lot of countries. I've been over 50, 60
Well,
different. I promise you, man, the United States of America is the greatest country that I've ever day one step foot on soil in my life
mm,
because of the liberties, because of the freedom, because of you don't feel every day when you walk out of the door, uh, like, man, some of the places I felt in foreign countries. Uh, it's a heavy topic, man, because you know when the insurrection happened, I was in uniform, Sifu, and I was
Mm,
standing next to two gentlemen. Uh, and I remember just looking at it on the TV because you know any military installation we keep it on CNN, so we know what's going on in the world 24/7. Not saying that's always the 100% truth because it's not. There's some things they show here on the news overseas in real time, completely opposite of what's really happening. And that's just for a whole nother topic. But um, standing there in that moment, that was the first time in my military career that I felt like, yo, this is bull crap. This here, this is bull crap. You
mm,
know, that's not what we represent. The first time I went to Washington, D.C., man, I know how I felt coming up the 95 in the Alexandria, and then boom, you see the Pentagon. Then boom, you see the Washington Monument. Then boom, you see the top of the Capitol. It dog that feeling for me in 2002 when I first got stationed in DC. Man, I was like, I made it, bro. I
mm.
made it.
Nice.
See, oh, I made it
Yeah.
because I'm in the capital of the United States of America. So
Mm,
loyalty, man. You know, I'm sure everyone in the chat today, they're like, oh man, I got so much to say. There's a lot of divide. There's a lot of people don't like the president. Some do. There's so many different aspects of it, you know, and there's pros and cons to it. It really is. However, I could just say, man, when you look in the mirror every single day, Sifu, you wake up every day and you realize everything that you're going to garnish, you have to earn. every
mm,
every every decision that you make has a pro and con attached to it. You know, it's nothing hard. It's all simple things. But I just know, brother, when you put these topics out there, what I love is we could be open, we could be candid, and we could speak the truth about it. And we could say how we feel. It's not always about 100% agreeing, but we could truly say how we feel. Me, I've told you, Sifu, I'll say it. I don't know. The president of the United States of America could be on Air Force One watching us right now. For me as a Marine, sir, a United States Marine, I served under many different presidents. And to me, it was all the same because I still had to wake up and put the uniform on, put those boots on, man, and go do what I signed up to do. If I wasn't drafted, they didn't come and drag me out of the house. Hey, you go into the military. No, the
right, right.
military gave me an opportunity, bro. Gave me many opportunities. So as I sit today, I just went to the DMV yesterday, Sifu
Mm,
Rafael, and I'm gonna shut my mouth, bro. I went to the DMV yesterday. I have a Tesla, no bragging. I have a Tesla, man, and I had an EV tag on it originally because you could ride in the little, you know, HOV
mm,
lanes, toll lanes, or whatever. Well, that changed. Now the tag doesn't matter. You still got to go through and pay this other fee. And so it rendered the tag or the plate pretty much useless. But yesterday, as I sit in there, her name was Jessica. Jessica said, do you want to go back with the same tag and license plate or whatnot? And I sit there, see fool, and I said, you know what? I want that license plate with the Marine Corps Eagle Globe and Anchor that says
mm.
retired. That's what I want. That
Ooh.
says retired. And man, I said, but again, I'm sure you'll have to put the special order in for that plate. She was like, well, let me go check. She went and checked, came back, and they had it, man. And when I put it
Ooh.
on my car yesterday, man, it felt
That
good,
probably
bro.
felt incredible.
It did. It
Yeah.
felt good, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It felt good because I know that's something I earned, and I know that's something that
Mm,
people respect. I know, you know, people are loyal to it. You know, Karen told us the other day, you know, her father's a Marine, you
mm.
know, and just that pride alone, brother, is special. So I'm sorry, man. I don't want to be long-winded, but
No, no, you're
loyalty,
good.
man,
You're good.
golly, that's a loyalty without integrity is dangerous. Integrity without loyalty is lonely. And great leaders require, and that's where I ended. I need that last one, Sifu. Great
require
leaders
both.
require both.
You,
Wow.
you need you need loyalty and you need integrity.
Gotta have it.
Um, so think about this, right? I'm Colombian. I was born in Colombia. I came when I was 8 years old. So my parents initially came to this country. I'm number 10 of 12. So they brought 12 kids from Colombia here while they were here settling down, if you will. They were settling, right? They were settlers, if you will. They were planting the flag. But to me, it wasn't they were planting the Colombian flag. They were just planting their flag to say, I'm bringing my kids over. And during that time, which took several years, we were all dispersed. I was living with my older sister, my brother was living over there, my other siblings were here, there. We were all amongst family. But when I came to this country, my parents, by the age, I think it might have been 10 or 11, said to me, hey, we've become United States citizens. All you need to do is go with us and you automatically become a US citizen.
Wow. Wow.
I said no. I said no.
So you wanted to stay who you
No.
are. I
I'm
don't
going to tell
understand.
you I'm going to tell you why I said no. Because I wanted to work for it. I didn't want it just given and so I wouldn't understand the value.
Mm,
So every day in
yeah.
school I pledged allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one
One
nation under
nation,
God, indivisible, with
indivisible,
liberty and
and
justice
justice.
for all.
Yeah, bro.
So,
Like
what
it's
happened
powerful.
when I turned 18? When I turned 18, I applied for citizenship and I went on my own because I wanted to earn the right. I didn't
Yeah,
want to
bro.
be given the right.
It's
So
awesome.
I went,
Wow.
I got there. I think it opened at 8 in the morning or 7 in the morning. I was there 2 hours before it even opened because I knew the lines would be huge. I was probably the third, maybe 300th online. There was that
Mm,
many people, and there was people behind me. You had to go through all this dealings, different IDs, pictures, this proof of where you were born, the whole deal. And then you had to have a test, and then you had to say your allegiance to this country. And that was such a proud moment for me because I've been saying it since I came to this country and learned to speak the language. And I every time proudly put my hand on my chest and I pled my allegiance to this country. And I knew that one day I wasn't going to take something that I didn't earn.
yeah, bro.
So that's why when my parents came to me and said, "Oh, some of my other siblings, they're like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. I don't have to do anything. I just have to sign my little name here, and that's it. I'm a citizen, and you get your citizenship card and whatever." No, no, no. I actually, I actually have it right here.
Wow, bro.
So
Classic. Hmm.
this I keep with my most important papers because it wasn't just nothing. I've been given plaques, I've been given tons of stuff. I don't even know where any of that stuff is. This is super valuable to me.
Yeah, bro. And I could see the passion, bro. Like I got so much going through my spirit right now, just hearing you say that, CP. You're from Colombia, dog. Your parents,
Mhm.
12 children, came
That's right.
here. And they picked a really great spot too, because New York is the melting pot for
Yes.
real. Like anybody that's been in New York knows, like
Mhm.
that's the true and true melting pot. Um,
Yeah.
and you've seen the realities of coming to this country, earning it, and really, really putting that. deep within your heart of, man, I know where I come from. However, I think about one of the greatest MCs to ever pick up a microphone. His name is Rakim from New York, from Long Island to be exact.
Mhm.
And he coined the phrase, "It ain't where you're from, it's where you at."
That's
And
right.
I used to didn't kind of always agree with that. It's not where you're from, it's where you at. But over time I realized that is the truth. Because just like
Very
I said,
powerful.
where you plant your flag, man, where you start your family, where you sow your seeds, that means something, brother. Like yeah,
Mm.
I loved Japan when I was out there, because when you're there, you're there. But
That's it.
I longed for home, and it was simple stuff, seafood. It was like,
Right.
it's a different country, it's a different culture, different vibe, different frequency. But I missed home. And soon as
Mm.
I flew back into Seattle and put feet back on American soil, you start seeing the things. Just like when you leave out of state and get back to New York, same thing.
Right.
Like the
Yeah.
smell, like, I'm back home. I'm back in NY. And it's good to go to other places and learn and be amongst other people in different cultures. But man, when you come back and click your heels like, the
Three
Wizard of
times.
Oz, yeah, click those heels, man, and it's like, wow. And that's, I will say too, man, when it comes to loyalty, uh, I believe, Sifu, it takes some time.
Mm.
I'm very loyal to the things that I love, man. And I'm going through that transition, and now being we've done a lot of renovation in my home. I find myself letting go of things, man, that a year ago you probably would have to fight me. I got a pair of old Air Jordan sneakers upstairs, and
Mm.
they're worn down, and I tossed them out, man. I had a pair of old Timberlands, tossed them out. And
Mm.
the loyalty aspect of that within itself. I've been on a
Mm.
binge watching Hoarders, Seafood. I've been watching
No
Hoarders.
wonder you threw them out.
I've been on a binge, brother, watching Hoarders.
I
And
hear
it's,
you.
it's some it's sad, bro. Uh,
Mm.
it's a sad thing when people are dealing with loss. People are trying to heal from things, and most what I see across the board, and it's all across the country, as the show Hoarders. Uh, Many of them are saying the same thing in terms of, uh, I just never seen it get to the point that it's at right now. I didn't see it. Some do not see the cat feces in the home. Some do not see
Yeah,
the
right.
or smell the mouse urine in the home, because that's the environment in which they're in. And I understand from the dynamics of that loyalty of environment. There's a certain loyalty to an environment, um, and some people don't know how to let that go. Some people let it go early and they never look back. I'm one of those, man. I always tell people from my hometown, I'm like, man, as a young kid, I knew in my heart I wanted to see the world, man. I wanted to see
Mm.
more than just what I saw around me every day, but actually having the opportunity to get out and travel the world. There's nothing like home. And the
There is
loyalty, a lot
nothing.
of times, yeah, a lot of times, seafood, it falls back to the people. It falls back
Mm.
to the people who have a stake in your life. Not literally, but you know what I mean. I think of old basketball coaches. I think of school teachers. I think of individuals that help shape my way, how I ended up
Mhm.
in a position of abusing drugs and, excuse me, trying to put my foot out into the street life. None of them are responsible for that. You know, my parents
No,
are not
you were.
responsible. I'm solely responsible for that. And that loyalty to things that are hurting you, you know, I advise anyone out there today, man, um, take a step back and really look at some of these things. Because what's the ultimate goal? Seafood, do you think you'll live past 100, Seafood? Do you really believe that you'll live past 100? Or do you, you know, desire to live past
I've
100?
invited you to my 100th birthday
You
party,
did. You
right?
sure
Right.
freaking did. That's right.
And I've invited you many times because it's not about do I believe it, but the actions I take
Yeah.
is what's going to
Yeah.
make it happen, right? Now, eh, do I know all? And I know I'm going to live to be, my goal is 125 plus. But here's the thing: as long as I do what I think I have to do to be able to sustain that and still have a clear head and move my body, I have to take the actions. As long as I don't get hit by a bus or anything like that, I should be okay, right? Now,
Yes.
don't get me wrong, disease can always come along, but I do everything healthy to stay in shape, to
Right.
work out. I
Right.
worked out this morning. I was at the gym by 4:15. And it's not to say that like, hey, look at me, I go to the gym. No, who cares what time you go to the gym as long
Right.
as you work out, right?
Right.
So sometimes the other day, my fiance said to me, you should go to the gym at night. I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. I should go at night too. So
Mhm.
now in my head, it's not, I'm going to get rid of my morning routine. I'm going to go additional at
Yeah.
night.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I said, yeah, well, when I get home, I'll do this, I'll do that. But here's the thing that you talked about being a hoarder or things of like, there's people who collect things, and that's because they're collectibles or there's nostalgia behind it. There's
Okay.
a difference between nostalgia and hoarding because somebody who hoards will collect newspapers.
That's
And
right.
what the heck a newspaper is going to do, right? You've seen it in those shows. There's tons and tons of rows of newspapers and just basically garbage piled up where they can't even find their whatever. I have a client of mine who um, who said to me, "Sifu, I want to give you a gift." I said, "Great." I had no idea what it was. He gave me a $6,000 bike.
Wow. That's
I had
awesome.
a fourth. I had back in when a month before the movie E.T. came out. I had back then that was a lot of money. A $4,000 racing bike,
Mm.
and there's pedals, no electric, no nothing. Right now, he gives me a $6,000 electric bike. I tried it out the other day. That thing is like a motorcycle. It's crazy, right? And so, but here's the thing: he has five of them because he's a hoarder.
Okay.
And the one he gave me, he used once. The guy's very wealthy. He's one of my clients. And he goes, oh, I have to go charge the battery before I give it to you. I said, okay, cool, thank you. I said, you don't have to give me anything. I said, I'm not asking you for things. He goes, no, no, I want you to have it because if I give it to you, I can clear out my storage station and stop paying for it, right? I said, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Mm.
He couldn't find a charger. He goes, I'm not going to take my room apart, my house apart. So he went and bought a new charger to give me a gift. Something that's probably in the bottom somewhere at his house.
Yeah.
But because he's such a hoarder, he has so many of them, right? And so because he's got different bikes, he's got five, now he has four because he gave me one. So he's loyal to me. And he's been a client of mine for almost 20 years.
It's awesome.
And his loyalty stems from what I've done for him.
Yeah.
And he says, I will go wherever you go. I said, okay. right? Because he sees the value I bring to him.
That's what I was about to say, man. Like isn't that the beauty though, seafood? Like the beauty
But
of it.
here's the crazy thing. Here's the crazy thing. He's one of my clients that pays me the most amount of money.
Yeah.
The
But
guy's a multi-marine.
it still goes back to the
But
value.
to him, it's nothing.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? And sometimes he's like, did you charge me? If you didn't charge me, please charge me. I'm
Yeah.
like, you're good. You're good. So,
It goes back
but
to the
you know,
value, brother.
so think about this, right? Loyalty is not earned. Actually, loyalty is earned. It is earned. It is not demanded. You cannot demand loyalty from somebody. So I did not demand loyalty from my client. I earned it
Yeah.
because of my actions, of how I've been with him for so many years, what I've done for him. So I earned it. I never asked for it. I never asked for the gift. And every so often, he'll come and just give me these lavish gifts out of nowhere. And I've never asked for anything. And I say to him, I said, you don't have to give me any gifts. The
Yeah.
guy already pays me a ton of money as one of my top clients, right? And
That's awesome.
but here's the thing, right? Over the years, he has continued to earn my diligence and me helping him. So my passion to help him has earned me his loyalty.
Yeah, bro.
I have a lot of clients who've been with me over 20 years. I have a lot of them. Some of them say, I know you longer than I know my husband, and I've been married for 15, 14 years, whatever it is.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay. And they're like, if my husband leaves me, I know you won't leave me.
That's right. Yeah.
So,
The
but here's the
loyalty
thing, right?
aspect is special, man. It is.
Yeah. So let me ask you something. As a Marine, and listen, you'll thank you for your service. You know, I've thanked you a million times over. But
Thank you.
you didn't know me when you were serving, but you were still serving me. You didn't know me, but I
Yeah,
still feel you were
I can
serving
respect
me,
that.
right?
I respect
So
that.
here's a question for you. In your opinion, how do Marines define loyalty? And I mean the Marine Corps, not you as a Marine. But what did you gather, in your opinion, that the loyalty is almost demanded,
Yeah.
but yet it becomes earned?
Yeah. Um, it's several different aspects to that. Seafood. Great
Mm,
question, by the way. Um, we say the title is earned, never given.
mm,
The
right,
title, the title
that's right.
U.S. Marine is earned, never given. And when we say never given, man, we mean that. Like, oh
Mm,
my goodness. And that's why I'm just so grateful, man. I'm grateful that I said yes to the United States Marine Corps. And it's hard sometimes. My buddies and I were talking about it last night. Like sometimes we come off so arrogant to other branches of service.
mm,
We come off so, you know, head inflated. We're the crap. We're this. But man, when you go through something of that magnitude, whether you do 4 years, 30 years,
mm,
the
right.
loyalty aspect of it is it, like we talked about down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Seafood at the He-Man. JJ did Ty Buckle, brother. That JJ did Ty Buckle, and I've said it several times. I'll say it again, just for anyone who's never heard it. Maybe it's Karen. Shout out to Karen, but
Mm,
JJ did Ty Buckle, Seafood. Judgment, justice, dependability, initiative, decisiveness,
Mm.
tact, integrity, enthusiasm, bearing, unselfishness,
Mm.
courage, knowledge. The L in buckle is loyalty.
Oof.
In that last E, I think I said endurance earlier, so the last E would
Mhm.
be enthusiasm or whichever way backwards. Endurance, enthusiasm, but the L is loyalty.
Right.
And am I loyal? Am I my brother and sister's keeper? That's what I said to Karen when we were dialoguing yesterday. And I said, your dad is our brother's keeper.
Mm.
We are his brother's keeper.
Mhm.
I don't know her father, but I know her father because he's a Marine.
Right. Yeah.
And that's the difference. We don't, it's so many differences that fall into that aspect of why the Marine Corps, like you said, not so much me, not so much her dad, Rob Lytle, Emilio, all Big Mo, Cutno, we're all Marines. There's no coincidence that we all came funneling in together on this path of journey because we're still holding on to that loyalty. We're still holding on to that, bro. Like I said, I've been renovating my home, moving a lot of things around, cleaning out closets, and man, I look at all my old uniforms and I have no desire to put it back on, Sifu. I have no desire. I just don't because it's one of those
Mm.
aspects that it's preserved. It's like you said, the nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
preserved. Like it's
Mhm.
it's it's like the Superman cape inside a glass
That's
case.
it. That's it.
That's how I feel when I look at that uniform. I still wear the boots and cut grass and different things, but loyalty. Oh man, that's why I love you so much, Sifu. And this is not butt kissing. It's just the truth, man, because you represent that same aspect of loyalty that I've been able to reach out and touch for so many years and really
Mhm.
hold on to. If I come to New York City, man, if the world's coming to an end, if it's I am legend Will Smith, I know I could call Sifu Rafael, bro.
Let's go. Let's go.
I could call him. I could call, hey, where you at, Seafood? I'm in Farmingdale. Where are you? I'm in doggone New Rochelle. I'm on my way. Click. And you're the type of person that will call right back and talk to me to ensure that I'm calm and safe the whole way that you're traveling to come where I'm at. That's
Mm.
loyalty, bro. And man, like I said, bro, the pros and cons of it a lot of times starts with us. It's the internal. If I can't really look at you, Sifu, and see you for the man that you really are, your heart, your spirit, your soul, the things that God really, the heaven code is right here, the heaven code, man. I am aware of my thoughts. I control my emotions. I take responsibility for my life. I walk in purpose, Sifu. I live with discipline. I build healthy relationships. Big star beside that one. I commit to growth. I protect my peace. Another huge big star.
Oh
I
yeah.
serve others. The biggest star, in my opinion. And the heaven code, man. Shout out to my buddy Terry Dunford, who
I
served
love that.
time in, yeah, he served time in prison, man. Terry Dunford,
Mm.
he got himself right, man. That gentleman is doing some amazing things, and that's what I love.
Mm.
I can reach out and hold on to that type of loyalty. What I can't do is reach out to that loyalty that is the biggest con of my life, and that's thinking that I could go and use drugs again and not end up or be
Right.
out here not living with integrity. That's what I love integrity, brother, and that's something that the Marine Corps specifically prides on is integrity, honor, placing honor where it's really deserved.
Mm.
We don't give away awards and things like candy. We don't have all of these devices all over the uniform. It's simple.
Mm.
It's hey, here's what it is. It's honor, it's courage, and it's commitment. If you say that allegiance, be committed. You know, the biggest lesson I've learned, Sifu, working with you in unified leadership is quite simple, brother. Uh, is true loyalty. You know, regardless of we don't always agree, Sifu. Our personalities, I think, mesh really well.
Yeah.
But there's certain things like I know if my pops calls me today and he gets in my butt about whatever, hey, you need to call your mother more. Boy, why you need to call home? You need to call your mom. If he gets
Right.
in my butt, I know in my heart, man, my dad is doing this because he cares. He loves me. He knows something right
Mm.
now that I don't know. Same way with you, Sifu Rafael, man. You're a special dude, man. Like when I go back and look at them old reels, and I think about when I looked over at you and I said, man, he got back up. Like that wasn't scripted, Sifu. You know
Mm.
that when you handed me that little microphone, man, whatever God downloaded in the spirit, it came out in that moment.
Yeah.
New
Yeah.
York City,
Yeah.
those same streets I roamed around like a zombie. You gave me an
Mm.
opportunity to speak that truth, man, to be loyal to who I really am, man, and not be afraid to share the truth of the story. And reading your story the night before, sitting out in
Mm.
Paterson, New Jersey, bro, it brought me to tears because I was just like,
Mm.
oh, this man is way more than a guy who's just doing an event. This gentleman is way stinking more than a guy who just calls and says, "Hey, T.O, we're doing this. Would you be interested in maybe coming, brother?" He's way more than that. And you said it earlier, 12 children, what you experienced as a child, you come to the States, you start your journey. I could see you back in the 70s, Seafood. I could see you at the disco, up in New York City. Wherever Melody
Oh
is,
yeah.
she's laughing right now if she sees this. Shout out to Melody. I know she's like, Seafood, the disco with the flyaway collar. Yo, I love you, Seafood, man. Like we talked about it last night. It's okay for men, specifically
Oh yeah.
men, to look each other in the face and say, man, I love you, dog.
Yeah.
And this might be the last opportunity I get to tell you that, Seafood, on
Mm.
either accord. I pray to
Yeah.
God, knock on wood, that it's not. But
Right.
bro, I could
I'm
tell you
knocking too.
today. Yeah, I could tell you today, brother. I love you, dog. Like you a special dude, Sifu Rafael. You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying?
you,
And
man.
I
All
appreciate
right,
you,
cut
bro.
that out. Enough.
Yeah, bro. It's I feel you.
So,
Yes, sir.
you bring up a good point, and this is not for you, but this is for the audience. Anybody else can chime in. Is can someone still be loyal and disagree with you? I don't need you to answer. This is for the audience. I want them to consider this.
I
Can
want to hear Robbie
somebody,
Lytle's thought on that.
I'd
Answer in
love
the
to hear
chat,
it, right?
Rob Lytle. What's your thought
Can
on that, Lytle?
someone be loyal to you and still disagree with you? Because we said it before, loyalty is earned, not demanded. And if you have to demand loyalty, you probably haven't earned it. So
Right.
think about the pros and cons of loyalty, right? So loyalty creates trust. So people know you'll stand with them because of how you are, how you show up, right? So loyalty also creates stability.
Yeah. The
So think
elites.
about yeah, absolutely, a high achieving person who can work with a team, make their team better. They're performing, their team is elevating. And the reason they stay together and they stay loyal to that leader is because of the loyalty they have to him. But they'll lose loyalty if he stops being truthful.
Yeah,
So
100%.
loyalty creates psychological safety. You only follow leaders you trust, right? Because you feel safe. People take risks because they know the
Mm.
leader has their back. And if you think about this one, and one of the things that I'm always trying to create in my life is legacy, and loyalty creates that legacy. So people don't remember the perfect leaders at all, right? You know who they remember? The loyal.
Yeah, bro.
That's the people they truly remember. It's the loyal ones.
Yeah, bro. Like it's Luis Alicio that's in the chat right now, bro. Like
Hmm.
Louis is one of the most loyal individuals. I mean, dog, like I sometimes I feel like it's not fair, and that's
Mm.
what I stress to my sons. My oldest son, Cassius, he's about to be 17 next month. And now he's in that phase that I'm sure you experienced with Marco, when he was a younger fella. All his little buddies want to come and pick him up now, Sifu. And he'll come
Mm.
in at the last minute. Dad, can I go to fill in the blank? And man,
Yeah,
I have this, and I'm biased because I have so many loyal brothers, dog. I have loyal brothers, like loyal,
uh,
man, like loyal. Like there's no cap in the
yeah.
loyalty that I have with individuals, man. And I tell Cassius all the time. I told him yesterday, I said, Cassius, I'm not afraid of something happening to you. I'm not going to harbor you in terms of you can't leave this house and go and enjoy yourself. Because I know what I was doing at
Right.
16, 17. However, like I told him, I said, but I count on you. I need your loyalty, son. I
Mm.
need you to be loyal to everything that we constantly as a family do, say. I just got a text from my wife. But anyway, man, Sifu, uh, like you said, man, it's hard not to be sentimental because
Mm.
sometimes I look around and different people hit me up for virtual chats and things like that, and virtual coffees, and they start throwing these names out there. Oh, I see you know Sifu. Same way how I met you when you said, "Oh, Dr. Reed," and I was standing back like, "Okay, what are you about to say about my brother, Dr. Reed?" And it'd be the same
Right.
thing, like. And bro, I promise the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, the rest rule and abide, his fault now and forevermore. On everything I love, dog. People say the same thing every time. Man, that
Mm.
guy has a great heart. He's very passionate. Roy Coughlin was saying the same thing. It's just so many different ways of seeing the loyalty. Uh, and your name supersedes you, Sifu. It really does.
I
And I
appreciate that.
know for other men out there, specifically, man, that can watch this right now. Whatever it is that they may feel, to hear us displaying the true essence of loyalty,
Mm.
displaying the true essence of love for one another, integrity towards each other. Uh, I experienced that, man, with some great brothers out there and great sisters as well.
Right.
I
Exactly.
definitely want to say, man, prayers again out to Bethany and her family. I know
I was
things
gonna
are
bring that up. Yeah. Her
definitely on
son
the
just
up
had
and
a
up.
car accident.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
but she said he's doing well. So
he's
yeah,
doing
lots of
well.
prayers to her and the
Yes,
family.
yes, yes,
But also anytime anybody goes through a scary situation like that, you don't know what to think, right? So shout out to Bethany Stone and her
yeah.
family.
Shout out to Bethany and the
Uh,
family. Get well, young
it's
brother. Get well. Yeah,
That's it. That's it. I love the message that you sent in our group chat, and how you praise the Lord and
yeah,
w-
man.
wishing him to have a speedy recovery and the whole deal. And that was
Yeah,
beautiful what you did. Um,
yeah.
Before we go, I just want to share with somebody that we are doing something really unique. and Coach T.O and myself, and we realized that the more we were meeting each other, we had to do something. And that conversation started in New York. And we keep building and building, and we keep trusting one another. We keep being loyal to one another. We keep loving one another. And you said it. There's nothing wrong with a man who can say to another man, I love you, without it being weird, right?
Right.
Because in the old days, it was weird. It was like, oh, you're
Right.
gay. I don't
Yeah,
have to be gay to tell you I love you.
that's
Right.
right. Let's go,
Um,
Sifu. That's
and
right.
let's do it. So let's take a look at this. This is one of the things that we're doing, and then I'm gonna have a second video for you guys to take a look at. Take a peek at this one first.
Let's get after this. Hey, hey. Leadership isn't a title. Hey, pressure makes leaders. Unified leadership. Unified leadership.
Pressure makes leaders. Fire reveals truth. Forged in the struggle, built to break through. Unified leadership. We stand when it's hard. Different voices, one vision. Together we spar. Built through connection, stronger as one. Changing tomorrow by what we've begun.
Unified leadership. Feel the fire ignite. When leaders unite, the future burns bright. Sifu Rafael with the vision and voice. Built through discipline, pressure and choice. Coach T.O Clay, battle tested and tried, turning trials into purpose, helping leaders rise. Pressure
Doesn't break you,
it reveals you.
you are the steel. Pressure makes leader, 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 leader.
Unified leadership. Raise the bar. Raise the bar. Unified leadership.
Raise the bar. I gotta tell
Yeah.
you, raise that bar.
Yeah.
So yeah, think about thank you, Karen, for sending out prayers to Bethany as well. Listen,
Yeah.
one of the things that I do consistently is if I hear of something, I immediately started praying for her son, and I know you did
Yeah,
too.
absolutely, brother.
And in my morning prayers, my last night prayers, constantly thinking about him and hoping for a speedy recovery. When we think about, I'm going to say one more statement, then I'm going to show you another video, right? And this is where there's a difference between somebody who's your friend. That doesn't mean there's full loyalty there, and somebody who is an ally, right?
Yeah.
So the most loyal person in any room may be the one willing to disagree with you because they know that you trust that they're not judging you. They're just judging the way you think maybe at the moment. So,
That's right. Indeed.
and when you disagree with me, awesome. That means that I've been challenged and I want to know, where did I mess up? Because that challenge is a beautiful thing, because it doesn't mean I hate yes people, by the way. I just want to tell you, I hate yes people. And I have clients of mine who start with me and they're yesing me. I said, do me a favor. If you say yes to me one more time, you're going to be doing push-ups. And they're like, what? What?
I love
said,
it,
yeah,
dog.
stop
I love
yesing
it.
me. And I want
That's
you
awesome.
to maybe disagree with me, maybe challenge what I'm saying, question what I'm saying. Don't take my word as gold,
Yeah.
because then who am I to tell you have to follow me to the end of the world if you don't even know why you're following?
That's right.
You can follow me to the end of the world if there's a reason for you to, not just because I said so. So please don't yes me. Take a look at this other video. Take a look, everybody. This one is powerful.
The next level is waiting. Will you climb? We climb. Together.
We grow,
Together.
we lead,
Together.
together.
Yeah, this is unified leadership. Purpose, character, conviction, wisdom, connection, impact. Together we become more. Bring your vision. Bring your fire. One community, one heartbeat, one mission. Keep climbing.
Keep growing.
Unified Leadership Academy.
Unified Leadership Academy.
Unified Leadership Academy. Stronger together.
One community, one future.
Join us.
On school soul.
Where leaders connect, where true leaders grow, where leadership never stands still.
Keep climbing, climb higher, higher.
Oof.
Man,
Keep
that joint
climbing.
go
Let's
hard
go.
right there,
Let's
dog.
go.
Like, bro, that joint go hard. Like for real. You know I'm a music head, man. I love music. You know it. I produce music. Right. That right there, bro. We
That's
climb
fire.
together. We grow together. It's talking about character. It's talking about bring your vision.
That's
And that's
right.
what I love too, Sifu, man. For the sake of time, short burst. Yeah, I see Renee bringing her vision, bro. I see Bethany bringing a vision.
Oh
I
yeah.
see so many others, Mike bringing a vision, Miss Smith bringing a vision. Man, Lancelot bringing a vision, Steve Miller bringing a vision. Oh, Kevin bringing the vision. It- It's it's real, bro. And for anyone who wants to step into a space, man, I get it. There's a thousand trillion spaces out there that you
Yeah,
could,
no doubt.
step into. We all know that. The same goes for us. We have levels that, hey, man, we're striving for, and there's communities that's much more developed, and leaders that have already laid a blueprint and all that good stuff, man. It's the inevitable. We understand that. However, what you just saw, that video, it is really happening. It's not just another fluffy video that looks cute, and then we're off to the next thing 2 weeks from now.
Mm,
No,
no.
this is a lifelong journey. This is long vision right here. A long vision, a long achievement, long loyalty, as we talked about today. So special, Seafood, man. I go back and I watch these and I hear the repetitiveness. I do. I literally hear the repetitive, things that we say over and over and over. That's what you also call consistency. If you hear it over and
Without a
over and
doubt.
over again, it's real consistency. And check out Seafood's other shows. If you're not doing so out there already, check them out. Speaking prowess, man. The Seer show, all these different things that Seafood has put together. And for the enjoyment of others every day of the week. Seafood, you popping every day of the week. I think I don't think you got a day off, bro. Maybe Sunday. I don't know. Is Sunday the only day you don't have a show?
Well, no. Here's the thing. I don't have a show every day. It just seems that way, right?
Oh,
But for me, it's about connection, bringing clarity to some people who may be clouded,
yeah,
right? Because this is why I believe in coaching so much. Because why do you want to waste 3 years of your life when somebody else already has done it, and they
yeah.
can show you how to get it done in
Shrink that
three
gap
months,
for you.
right? So
Yeah,
this is why you want Coach T.O as your coach.
yeah,
You definitely want to hook up with Coach T.O. You can easily hook up with me. You can hook up with Renee, with Bethany. But here's the beautiful thing: you get four of us.
yeah. That's right.
Four of us.
That's
Go to
right.
school.com, right? And Unified Leadership Academy /about.
Yes.
We also have our YouTube. If you want to be part of our YouTube, you're going to be getting a lot of information on there as well. So we have so many ways for you to engage with four people who love leadership, who love and understand the value of developing skills on a regular basis. It's not a
Yes.
one and done thing,
Nah,
because
not at
I'm
all.
not done. I know you will never be done. And if
That's right.
I ever tell you I'm done, I will be saying it from 6 feet under.
That's
Because
it.
even on the way down, I will still be going, wait, I got one more thing I want to talk about.
Right.
So,
That's awesome,
right?
man. Yeah.
Yeah. So, listen, brother, Great show today, as always. What an incredible time. We are not sure because next Friday we may not be able to do a show. We're going to be in Virginia Beach at the
That's
Born
right.
to Risk. We're going to be with
Yes.
each other. So I don't know when things are starting. I know I'm teaching at the beach and I'm doing all this kind of fun things over there. I know you're doing a lot of things. I know Kizzy's going to be with you, and
Yes.
Lancelot and I are rooming together. So we're taking a plane together. We're doing a lot of things. Jose Escobar is going to be there.
Yes.
Bethany's going to be there. I think Bethany's going to be there. Renee's
Renee's
going to
gonna
be
be
there.
there.
There's
It's a
so
family
many
reunion, bro.
incredible people.
Family
But here's the
reunion for
thing.
real.
If we're able to, we'll bring you a show. If not, you'll catch us the following week. But we'll see what happens, right?
Yeah.
No promises, people. So God bless. Join us in school. And it's not the old adage school. This is the opportunity to grow as a leader.
Right.
I don't care if you've been a leader for 10 years, 20 years, or you're just starting out. We have a place that you will fit in because leadership never stands still. I'm going to say that again. Leadership never stands still. That's what I was going to say. All right, you guys.
Bro. Yeah.
God
Love
bless.
y'all out there. School, go check it out. Go check it out today. Type it in, copy the link. Go check it out. Your vision, your purpose matters. Love y'all out there, man.
Unify leadership. Let's move. Let's lead. Let's ride. Unify leadership. Like the flame, turn it up loud. Remember the name.